My name's Gary Glick, and I'm with Friends of RGV Reef, and we're here to chat about RGV Reef on SFC. RGV Reef is called that because it's in the Rio Grande Valley, and it's an area-wide joining of industry, conservation groups, governmental entities to build the first industrial-scale nursery reef in the world, and we have done so. RGV Reef is 1,650 acres, which is just a tad shy of 3 square miles. That's about the size of an 8,000 person village. It's exactly the same size as South Padre Island, the developed part of South Padre Island, and it runs from 6.5 miles offshore to 8.5 miles offshore. It's just barely inside state waters, which was important to us. This area has the densest population of juvenile red snapper in the entire Gulf of Mexico, and we didn't know it. And so as we were going through the permitting process, we shifted from we were going to build a monoculture of relatively high relief structures. We instantly switched to building low relief, complex reef, where these little fish would have a corner to dodge around, or better yet, a crevice to get into, or a place to get behind a rock and turn their food into body weight, because they're not having to fight this unceasing current that sweeps this basically desert-like mud bottom. Of course, if you're going to grow fish, they need multiple heights and sizes and multiple size crevices. Crevices are really important for reef fish. If you're a bill fisherman or care about tuna fish, you got to care about groceries, which means forage fish. What reef structures do is they also provide those graduated stepping stones of habitat that help all those glass minnows that live in the surf zone that we see being eaten by kingfish and Spanish mackerel grow into the menhaden and Spanish sardines and move offshore. And they do just like red snapper or all the other reef type fish, is they need graduated stepping stones of habitat to move offshore and become the forage fish that feed the fish that we want to catch. That generated our very first deployment, which put down 3,700 tons of recycled concrete and got RGV Reef started. RGV Reef's got 72 million pounds of recycled concrete in it. That's 2.5, maybe 3 times the amount of concrete that is in all the rest of the Texas artificial reefs combined. And the way that works is we've got that partnership of governmental entities, quasi-governmental entities, industry, conservation groups, and academia. And, you know, managing that is like balancing a pyramid on its apex. But, man, when you can do it, it's incredibly powerful.